guys, this is Claudia here from the Bookkeeping Experts. I've been a bookkeeper for a long time and I have clients that ask me all kinds of questions. Today we're covering a very popular subject, and that is rules. Well, rules that actually helps you expedite the way you categorize your transactions. Now, you do have to be careful with rules, and that's what we're going to talk about today. How to create rules to make your life easier, not harder. Alright, so here in QuickBooks Online, the first thing you got to do in order to access that, you want to click on banking. Now, wanted to let you know I am in accounting view. For some of you, you may look at this interface and not recognize it at all. And that is because you're probably in business view. Okay, and how do I change that, Claudia? All right, on the top right hand side, see the gear menu over here? Click over there. Okay, it's gonna open up this menu here, and on the bottom right hand side, there's something that says switch to business view. Well, I am in accounting view. I'm gonna switch to business view. Takes a minute, and there it is. And this may be the way you're looking at things, okay? And you can change your view back and forth without any problems, or if you prefer to work from here, you still can do it. The rules is right here. See, that's the same thing, but I'm gonna go back to accounting view or accountant view, and we're gonna go from there, which is the same thing. So on the accountant view, on the left hand side menu, I click on banking, and the rules is the third option here. So I'm just going to click on rules, and here there's no rules. This is a simple account, right? So that means I can create it from here, or I can create it from the banking, right from the banking feed. If I'm to create the rules from here, we're going to see where it says new rule. It's right over here. There's also an option to import the rules if you'd like. You can import on a CSV file, and that's gonna work as well. But you do have to put all the company name and all the details so that it can match correctly. If you're going to create rules one by one based on the vendors, you're gonna click on new rule. Let's suppose I am creating a rule for QuickBooks, okay, my subscription, QuickBooks subscription. So I'm gonna put here QuickBooks subscription. Okay, I'm gonna say that it's money out, because if it's money in, it's something else. It could be clients paying me, right? And I'm gonna select from all accounts. Now let's suppose that you only receive or you only pay the subscription from one bank account. You can select just that single bank account as well. Click on the arrow here, and then you can select either just one account, or you can select all accounts that apply, right? In this case, I can just select checking, because we're gonna assume that I'm paying this subscription from my checking account. Okay, so now the description, I'm going to put here that it has QuickBooks Online. Okay, I can add a condition as well, because let's suppose that I also use, which is the case, I also use QuickBooks to run my invoices, or my client pays through QuickBooks, right? So when money is coming in from QuickBooks, that is income, and when money is coming out from the transactions is QuickBooks fees, and the fees can vary. But let's suppose that the subscription, it's a specific cost. It's $25. Simple start, right? Simple start, $25. So I can create a rule here to specify that only the transactions that are $25 from QuickBooks Online will be categorized as QuickBooks subscription. And then I can create another rule that, if it has QuickBooks fees, that is going to be QuickBooks fees, or whatever it is. So we're going to add a condition here. Okay, description, and instead of description, I'm going to click on the arrow. I'm going to say amount, And in this case, I'm gonna say I could choose doesn't equal or is greater than or less than, but in this case I'm gonna put equals $25, because that's actually they're gonna raise the price for $30. So if that's the case, we're gonna put $30 here, because if not, it's not gonna work for me. You have to go back and modify the rule when the price changes, right? I'm going to test the rule, but I know that I don't have any QuickBooks subscription on this sample account. But we're going to click on test it anyways. And it says 0, but I knew that, right? I knew that. So that's okay, because I know this is correct. So I have all the transactions. And finally here, I have it as an expense. In the category, I'm going to put as software. Or office. I don't have software. So what I do, I can add it. Keep in mind, when you add an account, you want to make sure you pay attention to account type. You don't want to be creating bank accounts for expenses, because I had clients doing that too, and it created a big mess. So you don't want to do that. This is an expense. So I'm gonna put here it's an expense, and see, do I have software here? Office supplies, nope. So I can put it under dues and subscription, and here I can call it software. Okay, just for software. All right, we're gonna save and close. I have software here. The payee is very important. Why do I need to put the payee? Because you want to know who is paying, who you're paying, and who is paying you. In this case, I'm creating a rule of things that I'm paying out, right? So I want to make sure that it's there, because if for some reason I want to run a report to find out how much money I'm spending with a specific vendor, I'll be able to do that because I have the payee on every single transaction. So make sure that when you're categorizing your transactions, that every single transaction has a payee, because that's going to make a difference on the way you can retrieve the information from your vendors. All right, so here is Intuit QuickBooks. All right, it's new, so I click on save. I created a new one right from here. And the customer here is if you were purchasing this for a client, but that's not the case. And you can also create a tag. So we have another video regarding tags. I can actually put it down below if you want. And I can auto add this transaction, or if you're not confident and you want to make sure you check it before, we can put it as, we can turn off auto add. All right, if we know for sure what it is, no matter what, you can keep this on. But with QuickBooks, I like I said, if you're accepting payments from QuickBooks, you have different products that you have from QuickBooks. You don't want to do an auto add, because it can actually end up miscategorizing your transaction, and that's going to create more work for you because you have a bunch of transactions that are miscategorized. Okay, so we're going to save this, and I created my first rule here. Now, how do I create rules straight from banking? So I'm going to click on banking here. Okay, we're going to go to the checking account, and this is a sample account, so there's a bunch of things that we don't want to use. Now, I wanted to show you a few things about the filters in QuickBooks. Now, I use those filters in banking all the time, and it's very helpful. So especially if I'm looking for a specific transaction. Okay, here I can filter by date, see by oldest, newest, the description. So if there is no description, or description by, from the lowest to the highest, and back and forth, or payee, if there is payees in here. But keep in mind, this is you got to be careful with what QuickBooks give you automatically, because it's just AI. And the AI is not perfect. So it's just trying to understand what happened in the past and try to categorize it accordingly. So you want to make sure that you don't just accept it without evaluating if it is correct, right? You can do it by spend. So when I click on the arrow next to spend, I'm selecting transactions spend from the highest to the lowest, right? I have a transaction here that I can create a rule for, and that's a rental. Now I wanted to let you know about something that you need to be careful in regards to rule. You only create rules when you are not creating a bill in QuickBooks Online. You can create bills in QuickBooks Online, and you can make it, and you can automate it so that every month it's going to create that bill. But you also, if you're going to do this way, you also want to make sure that once you pay that bill, that you record the bill in QuickBooks Online and match it to the bill payment, not to the bill, but the bill payment. As you can see here in the sample account, everything has been matched to a bill payment, and that's what I want. If it is matching just to a bill, I don't want that. Or it's matching to a check that was written in QuickBooks Online. So when I write a check from QuickBooks Online to pay my bill, it also show up here as a match. So if everything is correct, then we're good. Now, like I said, this transaction here doesn't have a bill entered. So, and I never enter a bill for this one. And I decided, oh, by the way, the bill payment is not available in all subscription. So you can't enter bill on Simple Start, in Essential, I believe it's just Plus, in Advanced. So if you have Simple Start and you don't have the feature of entering the bill, Rules is specifically useful because that allows you, if you're not entering the bills, it allows you to expedite and be able to be more accurate with your bill payment. So I'm going to create a rule here. I'm going to click on the $1,200 and I can put the vendor. Okay, I'm just going to put a rental. Notice that in this case, a rental is not here. So I can create a vendor right from here. Add a rental. It is a vendor. I'm going to save it. I'm going to put the categorization here as rent or lease, right? Once again, there is an option to put customer, but there's no customer. It's just rent, right? Or I can make it billable. And I have a video on billable expense as well. What it means is that when you're gonna, if you put on billable and put the name of the customer, when you create an invoice for this customer, it's gonna automatically open a draw, and it's gonna create a non-posting transaction that you can match it to the invoice that you're creating for that specific expense. So that means that if you purchase something for that client, on behalf of the client, and you want to invoice maybe with a markup or not, we have billable expense. But I have another video on that. You can watch that. That's not the case today. So a rental, rent or lease, keep it simple. And I can add tags. Like I said, we have another video on tags. You can watch that as well. I can put a memo in here. The office rental or warehouse. I could put warehouse rental. Okay, great. Now, is it done? No, we're going to create a rule right from here. See where it says create a rule in blue? It has a little lightning icon. Yeah, I think it's lightning icon. Yeah, so click right over here. You're going to put the name of the rule. Now, keep in mind that if you put any apostrophe or anything, it's not going to accept it. So you just keep it simple. I'm just going to put a rental. I'm just going to put the name of the company, and I'm gonna put money out. And in this case, I'm gonna say that it's all bank accounts, because sometimes I can pay from my saving accounts. I can pay from different bank accounts, and I want to make sure that if that comes through another bank account, it's going to be categorized as rental. Okay, so here I just have the description contains a rental, and I can add a condition as well. Okay, if for some reason I have a rental as another service provider, or that provides a different kind of service for me, I can put something else that says, the amount has to equal $1,200. Okay, all right, that's good enough, right? So it gives a little bit more. But if I don't care, because maybe if for some reason the rent goes up, I don't want it to just not work. So, and I just have a rental for one kind of service, so I can just delete that, just keep description contains a rental. That's good enough. And I can test this rule to make sure that it works. So there's actually 2 transactions, and that's exactly right. I looked before, there's 2 transactions that fit this rule, so it's working. Yay! Oh, perfect. All right, so here, because I already entered the description and the vendor on the page before we got here, it's gonna auto-populate here. There's no customer, no tags. And in this case, I feel pretty confident about this rule. And like I said, I never enter any bill for this customer. And it's anytime that this customer goes through my bank, it's always going to be rent expense. So I'm gonna auto-add this. What AutoAdd does is that every time this client shows up on my banking, it automatically classifies as rent and goes straight to the books. Okay, so we're gonna save here. And okay, a rental. Look at this, $800. The rule is here, but it didn't automatically enter. Let me take a look here. Rules. We're gonna go to a rental. We're gonna click on add it. We're gonna scroll down. Oh, this is turned off. See that? I'm gonna turn it on. Auto add. Save. Okay. Let's go back to banking. Okay, so now I just have a rental for $200. But the other a rental transactions are gone. I can put a rental here on the box. And I have one for $200. Okay. Now let's suppose that this is a refund that a rental gave me. This is money received. That's why it didn't work. The only reason why a rental would not work in this case is because on my rule, I just send money out. If it is money in, it's not going to categorize. So in this case, it's because a rental refunded me some money for whatever reason, gave me a discount. Yeah, that's always great. Now, I want to make sure that in this case, I don't want to create a rule, because I know this is just a one-time exception. I don't want to create a rule for a one-time exception. So we're going to categorize a rental. How do I categorize? I'm sorry if I can talk. I can't talk. How do I categorize a rental expense as far as refund? If somebody refunds it back to me, well, any kind of refund will be categorized the way it was originally categorized as. So in this case, as rent and lease. Okay, so it's going to be a negative amount on the rent and lease, showing that I diminished my rent expense because I got some kind of refund or discount. Okay, so that's how I do it. We're going to click on add, and voila. Okay, that is it about rules. So I hope that this was useful to you. If you can use the rules in an efficient way, it would definitely save you a lot of time. Now, QuickBooks is a great accounting software, especially for small and medium businesses that want to keep track of their expenses and want to make sure that they understand what's going on with their books. By understanding your finances, you'll be better prepared to take the next step and to grow your business. You know, not knowing your finances is kind of trying to put the tail on the donkey game with your eyes closed. It's not easy, right? But if you have some kind of accounting software and you can keep up accurate information where you can go back and verify where your finances are at all times, you'll be with your eyes wide open, and it's so much easier to go to the right place. So understanding your finances, in my opinion, is the key of your success. So if you need help with catching up with your books or setting up QuickBooks for your business, feel free to contact us. We do have a one-on-one Zoom tutorial that we can help you with, maybe clean up a few things and organize everything and teach you how to use QuickBooks, and then allow you to take from there, or just ongoing bookkeeping so you can focus on doing what you do best, while we do what we do and like best. So whatever way, feel free to contact us, and we can set up a time so we can meet with you and help you with your business. Once again, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please click the button below, like it, and subscribe to our channel. We will be coming up with different tutorials in QuickBooks Online on a constant basis to keep you up to date with what's going on with QuickBooks Online. So if you want to be the first one to watch those videos, to see what's going on out there, make sure you subscribe to our channel. It also helps us too. All right. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful week and enjoy your summer with your families. And we'll see you later, and keep on smiling.